This is a great poem. So here we go. It's called Professor Tucholsky's Facts. Once upon a little planet, a neat, provincial planet, set deep in the galactic Styx, there lived an interesting thing called man. Man had 2 legs and 2 convictions. One was called luck, which he described as good when things went right. The other one he used when things went wrong. This was called religion. Man was vertebrate, bipedic, often bald, and had a soul that never died. Also, to check his overconfidence, he had his leaders and his fellow countrymen. Man ate a lot. Plants, fish, animals, birds, snails. In fact, he ate whatever he could kill. Occasionally, he ate his fellow men, but this was rare. Each man had a liver, a heart, a brain, and a flag. These were his vital organs. On these his life depended. I have no doubt that there were men alive with only half a liver. Some had no heart, and many had no brain. But a man without a flag? Impossible. Man was the most useful of earthly creatures. Cheerfully he raised the value of shares. Cheerfully he died a soldier's death, or committed spectacular crimes, and thereby sold innumerable newspapers, all of which have now vanished. Many admired human character, but it was split. One half was known as male and did not want to think. The other half was known as female, in whom thinking was discouraged. Yet both had this in common. They were full of fear. They were afraid of death, of debt, of loneliness, of failure, and of war. But most of all, they feared their fellow man. Of course, some men were different, thinkers or revolutionaries or saints. However, these were few, and they were quickly crucified or shot or poisoned. Next week, we study dogs.
Wonderful.
Isn't that a fantastic poem?
Which is really... and who was it again?
Christopher Logue, Logue.
Had you heard of him before?
Oh, yes. Yeah, he was prominent, as I say, in Private Eye magazine, which is a satirical magazine of the 60s into the 70s.
Like, you went to Montreal, am I remembering right, for a job? Like, your brother-in-law got your job doing
No, it's more stupid than that. I immigrated because my now ex-brother-in-law suggested that I come to the land of opportunity and stop wasting my time at the television production company that I was working at, and that the streets would be paved with gold. I'd have my own automobile, and I would rapidly climb up the ladder of success and attain, something. And of course, immediately upon my arrival in June of '66, I discovered a tortuous failing marriage of my sister and him, and it was a truly appalling affair. But yes, he tried to mold me into a normalcy. And by the way, I'm going to do a series of tangential skips here.
Absolutely.
If you've never read Jeanette Winterson,
yes,
you have to read her incredible memoir, which is called
Why Be Normal?
Why Be Normal?
Yes.
If you Why Be Happy if you why be happy when you could be normal?
Yeah.
Why be happy when you could be normal? It is.
Yeah. I did read it.
It's fantastic.
I would
utterly
read it
fantastic.
again, in fact.
Anyway, so that's what he tried to do with me. mold me into an acceptable form.
And you were early 20s, probably.
Yeah,
Yeah.
somewhere in there, 23 maybe, something like that. And so, I was introduced to 1 hour martinizing with starched collars, with the snap tab, also the clip-on tie, very important.
Yes, I've had that. The bow tie version, or the
No,
other?
no, the tie,
Yeah.
not a bow tie. God. And so I got introduced to this whole world, which was horrifying to me. And eventually I fell in with the guy next door, who was a crazy Hungarian guy doing lots of acid trips. And I eventually managed to extricate myself from this mess whereby I was to ascend this particular business ladder, according to my brother-in-law. And I got a job with Julian, his name was, and he was really insane. But he had a contract to dress the windows of Dalmis, women's wear, and Le Chateau, and a few other places.